Every year on April 1st, the author of ReZero writes a spin-off story explaining what would have happened if Subaru went down a
every year? He does this every year? It's kind of fire, I can't lie.
different route than the one we saw. If you happened to watch my last video, you got to see Subaru as the Purge King. Well, now he's the Harem King. Welcome to the Butterfly Dream, aka the Harem
The
If.
Butterfly
This chapter
Dream?
is confirmed to be the Lust If story, but it was actually written before the author had figured out what he wanted the If stories to be. So Lust doesn't exactly belong with the other If stories. Pride, sloth, wrath, greed, and gluttony all show us what would have happened if Subaru had made the wrong decision at a specific point in the story. All of which, by the way, are beautifully written works of art laced with world building, character development, lore, and information that has allowed us to appreciate ReZero at a higher degree than we ever thought possible. Sadly, Lust does not fit that description at all. Again, it was written before the author had established what he wanted the If stories to be, so in comparison to the others, it's just not good. In fact, Lust is the only If story that has ever been deleted.
Got deleted off the platform? Damn, was it? It couldn't have been that bad.
By the author. The entire thing was actually written in one sitting, so I probably spent more time reading it than the author spent writing it. But that's because the story wasn't supposed to be good. You see, Lust was actually the author playing an April Fool's prank on the readers. The idea was to upload a ridiculous harem chapter and then delete it a day later, making the readers question their sanity. He wanted the readers to wonder whether the story really existed or if they had just dreamt the whole thing, hence the title Butterfly Dream.
It was all a dream.
At the
I
time
used to
of
read
writing
Word Up magazine, salt and pepper, something in a limousine.
it, he didn't intend for it to be anything more than a funny prank, but years later confirmed that it was technically the Lust If. In my opinion, though, it should not be classified as an If story.
Can we get to the
because it's
chapter,
way too
though?
different than the others. It's also the only If story pointed out in the story. Subaru said Su 3, but it doesn't really matter anyway because the whole thing's a joke. Now, earlier when I said Subaru was the Harem King, I meant it literally. In this story, Subaru starts out as the King of Lagunica after marrying all 5 royal selection candidates.
All 5? Wait, bro, this nigga spawned it. How did he? Wait. How do we
now lives in the royal castle with his harem that consists of all 5 candidates as well as Rem and Petra. The story.
Petra? Surprise shrimp. I hope that's not referring to your Johnson, but surprise shrimp. I appreciate the follow, bro. What? She was aged up, by the way. They mentioned that, but still weird. Yeah, that's still weird. That's still weird. You heard him. Even Sloth If better than Lust. Looking at us like we wrote it. Yo, Saf, appreciate that follow, bro. This is not the Subaru we know. Yo, Kimura's biggest glazer, appreciate that follow. It's not my Johnson. Lust If not a Norwegian guy.
With Subaru being woken up by Petra's voice. Breakfast is almost ready, so Petra and Subaru hurry and wake up so they...
Yo, Damatatsu, appreciate that purple app follow, gangsta. Why did I just say that? Bro, I've been watching too much Streamer U, gang. But, no, why did I actually just say that? What the... Bro, I've been watching way too much Funny Mike and Streamer U, bro. But yeah, also TikTok chat, we're live on the purple app. I'll be there live most of the time. So if you're not on the purple app, if you know, you know, make sure you're on the purple app.
Wouldn't be late. But Petra's voice was awfully close, like right next to his ear. Subaru rolls over and sees Petra in the bed, curled up next to him.
Could you have a seat right over there, please?
Yes, Subaru just woke up next to a 12-year-old. Instead of immediately hiring a lawyer, Subaru grabs Petra and squeezes her body against his own in the bed because it was a cold morning and Petra's body heat was nice and warm for Subaru. They exchange a bit of flirty dialogue, but eventually get out of bed and agree to walk to the dining room together. They're already late for breakfast, so Petra and Subaru, hand in hand, hurry down the red-carpeted hallway of the royal castle of Lagunica. Arriving at the dining room, Subaru is greeted by Krush's angry...
You know what? You know what I low-key just thought about, bro? How, like, genuinely, if you're in a... Because I know shit like this actually exists in real life. Like, there's something out there with probably like 3 or 4 wives. How do you choose which one you're sleeping in the bed with? Because even if you have like a king-size bed, not all of them can fit in that bed or live in that house. Like, are you just flipping a coin to see which one you're sleeping with that night? Like, how does that work? How does that work? Where do you watch these if routes, bro? I'm gonna have a second channel that I low-key probably should have been working on today instead of streaming, but that's why the stream's gonna be short today. But I'm gonna be uploading them on my second channel. It's gonna be like my live channel, just where I do all my lives, all my yaps and things of that nature. It'll be there. So peak fiction, but let's continue the lust if.
Voice. You're late, she says. Subaru gets nervous and tries to come up with an excuse, but Krush reminds him that she can see right through his lies with her divine protection of wind reading. She then accuses him of flirting with Petra, to which Subaru can't exactly deny. He feels bad, so he gives Krush a big hug and tells her that he didn't mean to offend her. But as the two of them are hugging each other, they suddenly realize their faces have drawn very close together. Now, usually when this type of
normally I skip this part. Normally I skip that part.
Situation occurs, in most harems, the characters will get all embarrassed and jump away from each other. Well, in this story, Krush and Subaru start making out. I'm talking tongue action and everything, just right there in the middle of the dining room. Anyway, Krush is suddenly depicted as delicate and feminine. As she's kissing Subaru, her eyes start to water and her ears turn red. But as soon as the kiss is over, Krush immediately switches back to her normal, more masculine personality.
Yo, what? Wait a second. Did Tape, did this nigga actually draw them making out, or was this just letters, or did we act, or like did we actually did he draw, it was just letters? Okay. Hey, if this drew that would have been insane. Why did I just hear the door open? Why did I just hear the door open? Hey, now he can't draw, thankfully. Will you continue watching Mushoku Tensei? Yes, I finished. So we will be back on the Mushoku Tensei grind. I was gonna watch it today, but I low-key didn't feel like it, and I also have homework, and I need to set up the live channel. So I just wanted to just get on here and yap at y'all for a little bit, and then I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. We'll be watching it tomorrow on the Purple app. So again, I'm gonna keep shamelessly plugging this, bro, because I with y'all, and I want to make sure y'all get the most pristine content. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure you're in that Discord, and you will know exactly when we're starting the Mushoku Tensei and the rest of the reactions. Also, what's your thoughts on Reed canonically having diddled Shala since you already on Lust If? I mean, that's just not okay. That shit's weird. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If you saw it in my reaction, bro, when she was first talking about him, I was like, they must have had like a bad fight or something. Cause like, why is she so scared of him? Like, did she like beat her ass or something? And then, it got revealed that, she diddied her. And then I was like, oh, or he diddied her. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. That's my bad. You need to react to the first X light novel. It gives you lore in the future. Type shit. I might have to do that, Vertex. All right, but let's keep going though.
An appetite, because right after they're done, they just sit down next to each other and start eating breakfast like nothing happened. Subaru takes a bite, and then the scene changes. Later that day, Subaru's in his office with a large stack of documents piled up on his desk. He's incredibly stressed about all the work he has to do as the king of Lagunica, but luckily Rom is there in the room with him. Subaru begs her to help him with the documents, and after a bit of resistance, she reluctantly agrees. Unlike Subaru, Rom's clerical work is surprisingly fast and efficient. Subaru notes that it's probable that Rom had also been doing office work behind the scenes at the Roswell mansion. He briefly watches Rom's profile facing the documents and observes her tense, emotionless expression. A smile from Rom is extremely rare, but when it does emerge, it reminds Subaru of a beautiful flower that only blooms about once a year. Subaru then tells Rom that when she isn't talking, she's actually very cute.
Hey, this nigga crazy for that, bro. This nigga's crazy for that, bro. Hey, bro, there's no way this,
Rom replies with her usual string of insults, followed by a surprisingly polite request for Subaru to please not compare her with her sister. It was out of character for—
Oh, I just realized that. Her and Rem and Rom are all three of them are in this together. Just ask me, when's the IRL Lust If? What the hell are we talking about? Bro, let me find out that the three of these niggas were doing some crazy shit, bro.
For Rom to speak this way with Subaru, and something about it was oddly pleasant.
I'm good. I'm good.
Then return to the documents and continue working together in silence. Suddenly, the door bursts open and Priscilla barges in, announcing that it's her turn to spend time with Subaru. Subaru completely ignores her and continues working on his documents,
Ignoring
but
her is
Priscilla
crazy.
kicks over the table in anger. Subaru rushes to catch the fallen items and tries to pick everything up off the floor, and after confirming that nothing's been broken, he sighs and explains to Priscilla that he's been really busy with all these documents. It's then revealed that Subaru's been bringing new technologies to ReZero. For example, he used a small fire crystal to create a portable furnace, or as we call it, a lighter.
Portable?
That way people can cook stuff even if they can't use fire magic. By the way, in Obereru, Subaru made most of his money by doing the same kind of thing, so maybe this helped him convince all the candidates to marry him, I don't know. But this whole concept of bringing new inventions to the ReZero world seems to be pretty common for Subaru
was on his
across
Dr.
all the
Stone
timelines.
shit.
Anyway, he tries to show Priscilla the lighter, but it malfunctions and the fire crystal starts overheating. In a few seconds, it'll explode and causing possibly fatal injuries. But Priscilla quickly pulls her fan out of her cleavage and slices the lighter in half, saving Subaru's face from being horribly burnt. Subaru thanks her for protecting him and decides that maybe he can take a short break from his work and spend some time with Priscilla. This made Priscilla pretty happy, so she walks up, sits on Subaru's lap, and then wraps her arms around him, pulling him close. Even though he's been touched by Priscilla many times before, he still isn't used to it. The sensation of her fingertips on his neck made his lips moisten, and then Priscilla leans in and...
What the f is he talking about? Why did he just... Bro, I did not need a play-by-play of that, bro. Talking about his lips moistened. I genuinely did not need to know that, gang. I did not need to visualize that. I did not need to visualize that. Would you rather experience all of Subaru's deaths twice or get a chocolate chip cookie? Obviously, I'm taking the cookie. W fat ass. Watching soft cornet, bro. Chill, bro. He said, I see this bitch kinky ass. If it ain't the game, sit down and watch film, dog. I seen you like 3 hours worth of content. Damn, Vertex.
starts kissing Subaru. That lucky bastard. Whatever, let's move on to Anastasia.
Damn, a kid nut piss. He talking. What the fuck? What is this pause? My bad.
Subaru, watching him work on the big pile of documents. It seems that the Hoshin Trading Company was able to successfully expand their markets into Lagunica now that Subaru was king. The two of them exchange dialogue for a bit, and after the conversation's over, Anastasia gets up and sits down right next to Subaru. They start cuddling together like lovers do, and Subaru strokes Anastasia's hair. It was long and soft and felt like the hair of a little baby animal. While Subaru's essentially petting Anastasia, she nuzzles her nose into his chest like some kind of cat or something. After some time passes, Subaru eventually returns to his room where he finds Felt lying in his bed.
What?
So, once again, let's think about...
Fuck, I lost my... Let her know what you're watching. She's going under the... Bro, relax, gang.
What? Oh, hell
Said, bro, shivering. He was just saying he was finna tell you to go make a sandwich. Bro.
About this from a...
No, but like, what the fuck are we talking about? Felt's 14? What are we talking? I don't care if they were aged up, bro. I don't care if they were aged up. What is this, bro? I know this is a joke, but like, I can't believe this is actually a real, he actually took the time to like write this out, gang. When's the Felix cosplay? Yeah, let's keep going.
Legal perspective. If you get home and there's a 14-year-old in your bed waiting for you, the FBI is probably in the other room. But again, Subaru doesn't seem to be too worried about going to prison. He looks down at Felt and slowly approaches her while he takes off his jacket, removes his tie, and unbuttons his shirt. He reaches the bed and lays down next to her, the two of them facing each other. He tells her that because of the way she's positioned on the bed, he could see everything under her skirt when he walked in. Felt doesn't really seem to mind, but she punches Subaru anyway. However, Subaru catches her punch and pulls her arm towards him, embracing her with a hug. Felt starts blushing and explains that she's intimidated by Subaru's other wives. She thinks she can probably beat Anastasia, but doesn't think she can beat Amelia or Rem, and her chest isn't nearly big enough to compete with Krush and Priscilla. But despite all that, she's...
Damn, L body positivity, bro. What the fuck? Yo, somebody call that nigga Reinhardt, bro. This... somebody get her out that bed, gang. What the fuck going on, bro? Oh my gosh, why is she just like, man, hey man,
still
Amen.
determined to try her very best. Subaru thought that was adorable, so he hugs her even harder, and then a heavy rain of kissing pours down into the room. Later that evening, Rem asks what happened to Subaru's left eye. He explains that Felt punched him after he got a little carried away.
Hey,
Rem
she
tells
might
him
get
to
slimed
be careful
out.
next time, but Subaru tells Rem that she's actually the one who needs to be careful. As he says this, he touches Rem's stomach, which was noticeably larger than it used to be. Yes, Rem is pregnant with Subaru's child. So not only is Subaru a pimp in this story, but he is also a daddy as well. Nowadays, Rem spends most of her time preparing for the baby, knitting clothes and things like that. She asks Subaru if he would prefer the baby to be a boy or a girl. Subaru thinks about it for a bit and then tells Rem if it's a girl, he will treasure her and love her and spoil her so much that she'll want to marry her own father. And if it—
What? What? You genuinely would have thought that this nigga is Rudius. No. You genuinely would have thought this nigga is Rudius Great Rat, bro. Because this nigga just, I don't even want to repeat that shit. Bro, oh my gosh. Wow.
it's a
Okay.
boy, then he'll pass down his own
It can't get
father's
worse than
tradition
this,
and
right?
become his
Surely.
biggest obstacle, his greatest rival, and his partner in crime. Rem blushes as she listens to Subaru's little monologue and gives him a happy smile. Her smile was so cute that Subaru couldn't help it anymore. He calls Rem's name and she immediately knew what he wanted. Rem closes her eyes and Subaru kisses her, her tongue stretching out somewhat. They hug each other tight the entire time, entangling their love with one another.
Bro, this kid nut is tripping, bro. This nigga better be reading what's actually written in that novel, bro. Because if this nigga is just adding words in here, bro, you got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Subaru was supposed to finish his big load of office work before he went to bed, but as we saw, he got a bit sidetracked by all of his hoes. He's finally got some free time to finish up his work, but instead he decides to go visit his main bitch. Opening the door, he walks into Amelia.
This nigga is frying me, bro. Nah, bro. Where's bro? I'm not. I gotta. So, bro. Hey. He said a main. A kid. No, you got it, bro. Hey, you got it, bro.
Amelia's room and sees her sitting on the edge of the open window with her hair swaying in the breeze. Amelia was a bit surprised that Subaru was visiting her at nighttime, but she happily welcomes him with a smile. Amelia's kind words make Subaru shed a tear. Her presence felt like it healed away all the stress he had accumulated as the king of Lagunica. Turning away to hide his face out of embarrassment, Subaru tries to leave the room, but Amelia stops him and pulls his head into her chest. She touches his back with a slow rhythm as if she was comforting a child. Subaru was exhausted from his busy day, so after a while he tells Amelia it's time for him to go to bed, but Amelia offers to let him sleep in her room. Subaru agrees
so they got
and
separate
embraces
rooms?
Amelia with
What the hell? Sleep along with my daughter? Well, if
and the two of them fall into her bed together. Subaru says goodnight and then tries to fall asleep, but he's interrupted by Amelia saying Daisuke. Yes, Amelia tells Subaru she loves him. The two of them start kissing and the chapter ends. Now the next day, the entire story was deleted and replaced by a short bit of text. The text explains the parable of the butterfly dream, but it's written from the perspective of Ekidona. Now, Ekidona is a Season 2 character, but I'm not going to give any spoilers in this video, so there's no need to click away or anything like that. One day, a man dreamt he was a butterfly, but when he woke up, the man wasn't sure whether it was a dream or if he really was a butterfly who was now dreaming that he's a man.
interesting.
Isn't it fascinating? Those who have dreams are forced to either accept them or let go. Perhaps a dream held such weight that the dreamer themselves lost sight of reality. Would they then consider reality a dream? And what of someone who has many dreams, each with their own characteristics? Which of those dreams is reality to them? I wish I could be there to find out. The end.
Damn.
So yeah, that crazy harem story was replaced by some poetic words about confusing dreams with reality, which is what the author intended, but it's kind of a letdown when you give it the name Lust If. Part with Rem felt
Wait, what
the
did
most
that say?
realistic to me. Anyway, I didn't hate the story.
Don't tell anyone but protect. What is the bit? Yeah, wait, get the. Hey, look. We heard it clap, bro. Hey, bro, all right, this nigga. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, it's not as bad as I thought. Like, it's not, like, I thought, like, this was gonna be, like, 16 chapters of just straight hentai. But, I mean, this is still crazy nonetheless. but like from what people were making it seem when I just briefly mentioned, hey, I might watch the Lust If route, like I thought I was about to like walk into like all of them are just, you know, Petra's on top of him, Priscilla's on the left, Rom on the right, friend just, you know, just bouncing onto, like, I thought it was gonna be something crazy like that, but you know, it's just you know, just lots of words. That's the toned down YouTube version. Let me find out. I'm about to read some softcore or corn. I said corn.